So I tried Terraria, a game I've been dodging for many years. I was one of these people who said that just to the Minecraft. Yeah, shame me for that. But I have to mention to you that I obviously tried it out 2 times, I think, in 2016 for 1 hour, and I got bored both times. I got told often that the beginning is very lame. I mean, don't get me wrong, the first 10 to 20 minutes, it was nice, but then I just thought to myself, I could just play Minecraft. But that's not the point of this video. I decided that I'm not a normie, and I will give this game another try. And this time I will commit to it, more or less. I want to warn you people that this is not a full accurate review of Terraria. Let me explain to you why. This is my first time actually trying the game out without closing it after 10 minutes. I really was lost and confused most of the time. If I didn't mention any epic items or steps we didn't do or mechanics I didn't cover, I'm sorry. I tried my best covering the things my friend explained to me and even asked him after the gaming session, and went to some research on the Terraria wiki, which confused my high IQ even more. So I hope you understand that there are many flaws in this video because I just didn't do everything. I was guided by my friend on this epic adventure. Also, most of the crafting was his doing. I sometimes did also craft my stuff, but most of the time I was so overwhelmed by the amount of items that I didn't know which was important or garbage to sell or throw away. And some things I forgot to record and even don't remember because at some point of the game I needed a 2-week break. Yes, because of the game. If you don't believe me, stay tuned to find out what causes my mental insanity. Join this journey of a Terraria noob who wants to experience the game but also fails to do it. We started to make a world. My friend told me we should do it in Expert, and to be honest, I kind of forgot most of the times that we even played on Expert. I just thought the game is very hard and wants to mess with your mental sanity. In Expert mode, the bosses have a slight different attack pattern and some extra moves. They also hit harder. It also pushes the quantity and quality of drops and the chances to obtain rare items. We build a shitty house and we mine. 90% of the time we mine. My friend asked me which role I want, and I knew that there were guns in the game, so you know what I choose. As a gunner you actually have an easy job. At some point you just get aimbot, and since I have no aim, that's pretty cool. So I got my first gun. My friend brought me the musket and my love for guns began. So here's the plan. Farm silver and gold to make an armor for the first boss fight. I found out that building a giant hole down to the core of the earth is just a normal Taco Tuesday for the average Terraria player. It was my first experience to help out building a so-called elevator. My future wife forced me to drink a gravitation potion to find the Sky Islands. We did this to try our luck on the Sky chest and get accessoires. We didn't get anything of use. Till now the game was fine. Till the first Blood Moon appeared. What does the Blood Moon do? It spawns specific Blood Moon enemies and doubles the enemy spawn rate. If you ask me which specific enemies, I couldn't tell you. What I can tell you is in this night I have slain hundreds of wives and stole their bright clothes, like the lady killer I am. I also wanted to check out if those clothes fits me as well. Later we started the first boss.
Walter. Put the suspicious looking eye away, Walter.
I am the one who summons the Eldritch Horrors.
And to my surprise, the Eye of Cthulhu was a literal flying eye. At first I thought, what a easy boss, until he started his second phase. At first it scared me, but after some attacks I was still standing with courage. But what I didn't expect is that the eye went into full sicko mode while nearing its end. I died. So I told my mate he survived till I respawn, while hearing the dashing sounds from the Eye of Cthulhu in pure rage. I respawned and we finished the boss. He dropped a bag, and if you don't play Terraria, this is one of the cool things. When you kill any boss, they will drop a treasure bag, which contains a variety of items, including some exclusive to expert mode. And you got a very sick item called Shield of Cthulhu, which by double pressing A or D makes you dash. Now that's an amazing reward. Because later in the game I discovered that this movement item was very crucial in the boss fights. Now let's talk about the world. There are two cancers of Terraria. One is Crimson and the other is Corruption. I won't go into full detail what the difference is because after reading Terraria wiki I didn't find it worth mentioning besides the aesthetic. One is red, the other is purple. I don't know if there's a gang war in Terraria, like the Bloods and Crips disguised as the Crimson and the Corruption, but from aesthetics, I would be Corruption gang. So we had the Corruption, and I personally discovered something new about myself, that I hate worms. The worms that we had now aren't even that strong compared to later, but they annoyed me so much while mining. There are glowing balls that my friend told me we need to activate to start the second boss called Eater of Worlds. So after finally discovering that I hate worms, and seeing that the boss is a worm, you can imagine the face I had. So I had my problems in tight spaces and got humbled easily in his second phase. After that defeat, which I think was mostly my fault for not being good in the game, we went back to gear up to try him again later. I also found out that the jungle is no joke. After getting violated by the jungle biome in combination of my high IQ plays, I decided to take a break. So I went back to farm some more gold while having the protection from my beautiful skill Terraria GF. While farming gold, I randomly found a goblin who dressed like a professor. With him we could get the rocket boots. I found out that this guy is somehow important in the gambling aspect of things, but on the other side, no one likes him. At first I didn't know why, but after some good hours of this game, I found out why you want to beat that guy to death. To even fight him, you first had to genocide the goblin army. I also now had enough gold to purchase myself the mini shark from the arms dealer with a solid 35 gold. And oh boy, I love to shoot, let me tell you this. In this game, I don't know, like I can't even explain it. The shooting in this game feels so good, and later on in the game it feels even better with the boss fights. So after we dominated the big blue boy, my friend told me I should head east to explore. A normal human being with an average IQ would have questioned why I should head east to at least get information on the exploration task. So I went past the corruption and found out that a nice dungeon is just laying there to be explored. After asking my partner if she knows some kind of hobo in front of the dungeon, she warned me to not go in there. But when I asked why, she just told me, I mean, you can try. And I'm a simple man. If you challenge me, I will not hold back. I will go in and come out victorious home to bang my beautiful wife as a warrior. I will achieve victory. I will conquer. I will not yield. I stormed into the dungeon with full passion and courage to just get insta-killed by a flying skeleton head named the Dungeon Guardian, which humbled me in less than 2 seconds. That moment I knew that when I signed up for this game that my partner had a smile on his face on the depths that will await me. After the humiliation, I thought maybe I should have talked with that wise hobo in front of the dungeon, and that's what I exactly did. When I approached him, he said, "You just might be enough to free me from my curse. As you know by now, I'm a simple man. I will help out the weak when I can." I decided that I will use my strength to free this poor hobo, and when I pressed the curse option, I instantly understood what this game was about. The mighty Skeletron spawned, and I was not prepared for a guy like him with the gear I had. In a desperate attempt to unload my minigun at him, I saw little to none damage in his health bar. After seeing that, I just gave up and went back to my GF for advice. I remembered that we didn't kill the Eater of Worlds yet, and so we geared up and went straight to him. After unloading my minigun at this worm, I still died at the very end, but my skilled Terraria wife was not like me. She diffed that worm and we successfully defeated the Eater of Worlds. After opening the treasure bag, I got the mask and the scarf with a nice 17% damage reduction. Delicious. Somewhere in the world, a meteor landed and our mission was to find it and mine the new ore to get new gear. I finally wanted to try out the Goblin Gambling Machine and get better stats on my stuff. As a ranger, I needed Unreal on my gun. When you press reforge, your weapon gets either a nice upgrade or a nerf. It's totally random, but you have to pay up with your precious coins. Some say they have wasted 10 platinum coins till they had their stuff. Some never even got it. But I still tried out my insane luck, and this guy robbed my gold by giving me the shittiest stats. This won't be the last time this goblin messes with us. After the robbery in my pockets, we went to Skeletron, and before we spawned him, I learned the art of building arenas. It wasn't something crazy that my partner in crime built, but It definitely helped out a lot in that fight by changing the elevations and basically running and shooting in circles. We entered his second phase after destroying his arm. He started to shoot tracking skulls from his head. After my life companion died, I learned the art of circle the guy around till your mate respawns and tried my best moving around the boss. My wife respawned and we went back to business. We destroyed its second arm and now the focus light in shooting the head. My wife told me, "You are important in this fight." While flying around the head, I knew in that moment I had to win no matter what. I died and was in the waiting room. My wife, the skilled gamer she is, survived till I respawned, and now was the time to end this fight for good. We defeated Skeletron with some deaths in between, but we succeeded in the end, so a win is a win. I even got a piggy bank to save up my money, but my wife didn't know my secret. I'm an addicted gambler and money spender, but she doesn't have to know that. And I don't want to ruin our marriage because of my addiction. Now we had access to go into the dungeon without being insta-killed by a flying skull, so we explored the dungeon to open some chests and farm some coins from the mobs. We needed a shadow key to open the shadow chest in hell. To be honest, I don't remember what we got from that. What I do remember is that I died many times in the dungeon, so I won't forget this place for sure. I used the elevator to get some obsidian from my boy, so you can combine the hell bars with it for my gear upgrade. I got blessed from my mate to get a blicky, which I fell in love with. We went into the jungle to do the next boss, the Queen Bee. We prepared a big arena and started the big fight. And to my own surprise, we defeated her with ease. I randomly started shooting into the air to make the gods and deities angry, which is funny by the way I did that, for the things that will happen in the future. So the next boss was in hell. My wife forced me to throw the little guide guy into the lava pit. We literally sacrificed the guide to spawn a wall of flesh, so he dies in agony. And the wall of flesh spawned. We prepared the fight with a bridge in hell, but I was totally scared of the boss, and my gaming skills in jump and running while shooting showed my poor mastery of these skills combined. We somehow managed to defeat the boss still. While I was in relief, my friend told me, "Alright, now we are out of the tutorial." I didn't realize in that moment that this game didn't show its true colors of difficulty yet. It just toyed with me the whole time. While my friend knew that this gaming session is going to be a cock and ball torture for me and for my sanity. So while still thinking about the words he spoke, we went back to the overworld, and well, let me tell you something. I had already my skill issues with this game on expert mode. I was fully aware of that, but after the tutorial I wasn't prepared for the challenges that followed, and I still need a therapy session of my rage and hatred against a specific form that bothered me and my depression from a moon guy.